It would be around 1991, and that was when we'd just got or at the early 90s certainly, we'd just got the building next door, like the two flats that we knocked into one, and we got like ReChar money for that. And then that absolutely collided with the council saying that under the auspices of the cuts, the big recession and Conservative government cuts at that time, saying that they were gonna slash the service. And we spent about a year, because they were quite crafty the way they did it, and everybody had to put kind of like ideas forward of how it could be done. And we said, that you could increase, not cut the service, but use the public money to actually raise more money and draw in SRB money, European money, and blah blah blah. And that was the model we put forward. And we spent like a year. I mean, I don't know whether the files are in the archives underneath here, but we spent a year in this kind of thing, letters backwards and forwards, letters almost every day, trying to save the whole service. And in the end, it was almost like a light coming on, and just thought, well, they cannot shut us because we don't belong to them. We're an independent organisation. And so we just said, right, let's apply that model here, and then let them, and unfortunately, because we had an independent welfare rights service that was something to be really, really proud of in Sunderland, and now, that type of service, more than ever will be really needed. But we just had to kind of say, we need to save what was then Houghton District Advice and Support Centre, and that was the mode we went into. And we applied, and that was, lottery money was really big at the time, and that was like fairly new. And one of the ideas that we'd had, for the whole service, that that we could all apply for lottery money. But we applied for lottery money here, and I think we got about £70,000 like in the first instance. And we got more lottery money after that, and that just led on to more and more. We got European Social Fund money, we got SRB money, like the Single Regeneration Budget money, and one of the things why I stayed around Sharp for so long, and I was involved from 1988 right through to 2002, so it was 14 years, was because of its independence, but more importantly, that it used welfare rights as a vehicle for community development. And so that because we got that funding, we were able to step up the community development a lot more. And I think that probably, to have secured this building was an outcome of that process. But initially we got another resource centre just sort of like up the way there. And it was really kind of like that ethos for me, that this wasn't about people coming in with an individual problem and us putting a sticking plaster on it and giving them a solution and them going away, or giving them some advice and going away. That the research, the advice giving service was like an action research process in a way, and we really, and one of the things that I was emphatic about really was that to try to actually break down that it was people's individual problems. I think if I'd had my way, we would have never had interview rooms. Maybe a small room for somebody to go in, if they were distressed or something like that, and upset. But really, what I wanted to bring out was that any problems that people have got are social issues and economic issues and collective issues, and really, that advice giving process should actually come out into the open, so that we take collective responsibility for social issues. And I think during the period that I was here, and the community development ethos and things like that, that was certainly happening.